Hi, I'm Links from the Pole Vault Studio. Today we're going to do beginner moves that don't require strength. I know it's frustrating when you start and you see all the cool spins and the cool tricks, but you don't always have the upper body strength in order to do those. But there are loads of things that you can do that don't require that strength, so that's what we're going to focus on today. We'll start with a warm-up, so looking left to right. And then ear to shoulder. And then do some half circles. And then roll your shoulders forwards. Do 8. And now 8 arm circles. Bye Theo. Now 8 shoulders backwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, and now 8 arm circles. You want to make sure that your shoulders are always really warm, so bring them up and just shrug your shoulders up and down 10 times. Okay, and now we're going to do side bends. We're going to do 5 each side. The moment we're just going to mobilise rather than hold any stretches. And then hip circles. I'm not going to do as long warm-up as I would do in class, because it doesn't require a lot of, and also you'll warm up doing the movement, so we don't have to worry about getting every muscle warm. But you should always warm up before attempting anything. And just do some leg swings. You don't have to worry about how high you get them, it's just to warm up the hamstrings and mobilise the hips. So do 8 on each leg. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now circles, do 5 backwards. Try and get it as high as you can, draw as big a circle as you can with your knee. And the other way. If like me you don't have a lot of space, just because you don't kick anything, roll our wrists. And the other way. And flick your fingers, this will help with hand strength. Okay, so that's a quick warm up. I'm already warm because I've done other videos, but feel free to continue the warm up. Warm up what else you need to do. So the first movement we're going to do today is the dip or the step around, which looks like this. It's not as complicated as it looks, although it did take me a while to get it. So, stand facing the pole, have one arm up, engage your shoulder, so pull your shoulder down, and the other hand comes across about waist height to support you, but most of it is going to be in the top arm. So whichever hand is your lowest hand, that's the leg that's going to move. So my left arm's down, my left leg comes out. So to start with, just practice going around the pole. You want your feet to meet where they started. and then circle the other leg. So that's how you could start it. So just pick up your left foot, bring it around the pole to meet your right foot, pivot your body, and then come around. Once you've got the hang of that, both sides, so left arm up, right arm comes across, the right leg's going to step around, pivot on your left foot, pivot on your right foot, bring it around to join. When you've got the hang of that, you add the dip element. So, always engage your shoulder, engage your core, so squeeze everything. Lift your left leg, but this time as you do, bend the right knee. So you can do a little bend at first, so you just bend the right knee, bring your left foot to meet it. Now your left knee's bent, now put your weight on this foot to push up and bring this leg around straight. So the other way, this time the left knee's going to bend, your right foot comes up, engage your shoulder, left foot bends, right leg keeps straight until it meets the left foot, then your right leg bends, put your weight on it, push up, circle the left leg straight. So it looks like this in normal speed. When you get confident with that, you can go faster and make the dip more exaggerated. When you get really confident, add the jump, which looks like this. So this time, as you come around, instead of just placing your foot, as you switch your feet, you're going to hop from the one foot to the other. So dip, come around, hop. So there's a moment when both feet are in the air. So come around, hop. So then you can jump higher. And make it look more dramatic. So that's the dip or the step around, which is a good transitional move. The next one is the pirouette. So I'll show you both ways. It looks like this. And from behind the pole, so, start facing the pole. I might do it sideways, might be better. Hand position, right hand comes up. So if you're facing the pole, bring your hand up to the side of the pole, turn it so your knuckles are against it. Your left hand comes across and also knuckles. This hand's not going to stay. As you as you rotate, you come always go under the armpit.
Do you want to go slightly more that way? Yeah.
So you want to go under the armpit of the hand that's up. And then this hand's going to come off the pose. So under the armpit, this hand pushes you, this hand rotates so that you can grip it. So if you're doing the left, go under the left armpit, this hand comes off, this wrist rolls around so you can face it. It's quite a complicated one to get because of the hand positioning, so you can then, when you're confident, bring up the outside leg, but so always think knuckles on the pole to allow your wrist to rotate around, so as you come around you can then re-grab, and this one just pushes off to re-grab. So this is it with the leg up. I prefer that one, I find it easier, and I'm rubbish this way. This is my bad side. As you can see, I am rubbish that way. So that's the pirouette. And you can link it to the dip. So, my right hand is up. So that's the way I'm going. So as I come around, I'm going to put that hand down and link it to the pirouette. So you can link the moves together. So in your step around, as you come around and come up, this leg keeps going. Don't put it down. Move this hand up and flip it. This leg keeps up. You go under the armpit and come back to face. So the other way, left arm up. So this time my left leg is going to keep going. Going to move my left hand up, rotate it to the back of the knuckles, bring this hand around, that hand pushes me, I re-grab, and then I land. So that's dip to pirouette, or step around to pirouette. So they're nice moves that you can link together, and then you can speed it up, so you can add the jump in, so make it look a little dramatic. So the next move we're going to do is the pole slide. You want to stand with your back to the pole, one hand behind, one hand reaching up. So reach up, and then, so the side that your knuckles would be, that's the side you're going to hold. So you twist your wrist. And now you're going to take a big step with one leg, keep your toes pointed, and then you're going to put your weight on that leg and lift this leg. You can keep it straight or you can keep it bent. So your weight's on this leg. This hand's not really doing much but balancing you. And slowly bend your leg and come down to the floor. When you're on the floor, you can do kicks. To get up, as you're in this position, pull with this hand, swivel, bring this hand across, bring your feet to the pole, and as you stand, bum before boobs. So, show you again. So, arm comes up. So that would be the normal side, but you're going to come to the other side and twist. Step forward, bring this leg up, slide down. To come up, push up, swivel around, feet to the base of the pole, re-grip, bum before boobs. So, quicker. And again, you can link that with the dip and pirouette, but this time you're only going to do a half pirouette. So it looks like this. So this time you pirouette, but you stop here. You can step that foot forward and out. So that's a way of linking those three moves together. And then another one that you can do from the half pirouette is the box step. So, same position as the slide, but this time both feet are going to be out and you're going to squat. As you squat, one leg, because I've got my right hand up, I'm going to feed my left leg through. So this is what it looks like. So, hold on with this hand below your bum. This hand is gripping. Engage your shoulder. Thread this leg through. Push off this foot. Pivot on this foot. And land back in the squat. And you can just keep going. And just keep going around the pole. So that's the box step. So
Basically, keep your back on the pole at all times.
Keep your back on the pole. You can go the other way, so back on the pole at all times. And just go around the pole like that. So it's quite a nice movement around the pole. There is, of course, the eternal pole walks, which is just walking. As you walk, twist your hip, flick that leg up, put it down, twist, flick, down. So if you're doing the routine and you're stuck, just walk. There's also then the A frame. Your legs form an A. You can have your hands up to start with. And you just lean down and you can grab the pole. And then hands back up. You can then do that facing the pole. So hands up, stroke down the pole, stroke up the pole. So that's your A frame. You can do the pole walks with an elbow. So you can walk, and as you walk, just swap the elbow. It is a little complicated to get the hang of it, but it's another nice one to do to get used to it. And you can walk around the pole, but when you walk around the pole, you want this shoulder to engage, so reach up, come on your toes to start with, and just point your toes and walk around the pole. So you can let go, so you can just hold it with one hand. And then if you can support your weight a bit, you can do trot. So engage your shoulder, bring, and just slowly, the slower you go, the prettier it looks. But you do need to be able to hold a little bit of your weight on this hand. We'll do different trot styles in another session. You can also do poses, such as the lean back. So just hook this leg, don't let go with that hand. So maybe think of squeezing your heel to your bum a bit, so you've got a bit of a lock on this leg. You can make the movement bigger by leaning forward, stroking up your leg, lean back, and go all the way. So that's your lean back, that you can also link to your dip, so it looks like this. This time this leg is going to come up the pole. So come around, and this time this leg, you hook it on and it just comes up the pole. You can lean that way or that way. So play around, so dip, leg up, switch hands if you want to. There is the model pose, which is just that, and you can make it look more effective by arching your back, sticking your bum to the pole, and sort of really exaggerating the shape of your body. Or you can have both hands up, so have your foot against the pole, bum against the pole, and you think of just having bum and shoulders, hands up, and arching your back, which is just a nice pretty pose to finish off a routine maybe, or just for some cool photos. It's always a nice one to do. I think that would be it for now, and then we'll do some more videos of other beginner stuff you can do that don't require you to have strength. And it's always good to just practice these and perfect them, because they're great for transitions. If you put them in a routine, you want them to look nice, so until you build up your strength, play around with these, because this is still pole dancing. Pole dancing isn't just about strength, it's also about the dance, the flow. So just practice these until they're perfect. So thank you for watching. We'll do a quick cool down if you feel you need to. Then just, because we've used our shoulders a bit, just bring your arm across. Hold it for about 10 to 30 seconds. Don't need to do a massive amount of cool down, but it's always best to do a cool down at the end of every session. Let your heart rate return to normal, stops blood pooling. And the other arm. Now round your back as though you're holding the beach ball, so really think of pushing your hands out, but you shoulder blades backwards. Take your hands behind, tuck your pelvis in, and see how high you can raise it, but don't push it too far. Okay, and then we're going to do the forward fold, so stretch up, lean forwards, try and keep your back flat so you don't want to round. If you can only go to here with a flat back, that's fine. So just see where you can go. I'm not very flexible today, so I'm just going to go to my shins. And slowly roll up. Thank you for watching. Click like, click subscribe, check out our Facebook, Instagram pages at polevaultstudio.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.